Hey everyone, it's Karrington from Real Dudes Podcast, coming to you from my very office. Yeah, this is my office. This is my apartment. Apartment, no big deal. Please excuse the mess. I literally just got done with work, so this is where I work from home as well, my real job. So I just want to come and talk about something that legitimately surprised me. No, it wasn't a game, but rather a movie. Yes. I'm here to talk about a movie, which we don't do very often. We've tried it before in the past with no luck, because nobody wants to hear about it. But this is something special and near dear to my heart. So I'm here to talk about Teen Titans. Yes, the OG Teen Titans that we've all come to know and love over the years. And how great it was. It wasn't just a great show. Like, I have a couple of episodes on DVD still, so I can go back and watch it whenever I want to. And I still do, because it was a great and fantastic show. And now Teen Titans Go? I've tried watching it a couple times. I legitimately laugh at a couple of the jokes and the humor in it, but to me it just wasn't as good as the OG Teen Titans. It doesn't take itself seriously at all. So anything you loved about OG Teen Titans, just throw it out the window, because Teen Titans Go is nothing like that. So I don't like Teen Titans Go. But Karrington, you're here to talk about a movie. I know, and I am. Teen Titans Go to the movies. Why do you want to talk about it? You hate Teen Titans Go. Because it was actually a good movie. Yeah. I went and saw it, and I was legitimately surprised. As someone who was not a fan of Teen Titans Go, the movie Teen Titans Go to the Movies was actually a really good show. You see, you had here, it was very self-aware of what it was trying to do and what it is. The movie itself is about Robin trying to get his own superhero movie in a world where all superheroes are getting movies nowadays. You name it, there's probably a movie for them. Even the quote, lower tier comic book characters, they're getting superhero movies now too. The ones that weren't as popular. Everyone's getting a movie these days. So Robin sets out to get his own movie, and the Teen Titans are there to help him. There is, a bad guy. Slade is the bad guy, who was an interesting character. Not the Slade you remember from OG Teen Titans. Like I said, anything about OG Teen Titans, throw it out the window. Because, let me tell you something. He was not the Slade that you remembered in OG Teen Titans. And actually, they made fun of him a lot, saying that he was Deadpool, which I thought was kind of funny. So they made fun of the whole, Deadpool and Deathstroke similarities, and they even mentioned that Deathstroke was made before Deadpool and all this stuff. Like, it was great. It's fantastic. So if you like something like Deadpool, like that movie, imagine that but for kids. And you're like, oh, how can you do that? Really, it's done really well. Even Stan Lee makes a cameo in it, played by Stan Lee himself. Yeah, imagine that. They got freaking Stan Lee to make a cameo in this movie. Yeah. A DC movie nonetheless. It was actually very well done. It's very well animated. For me, at least, I'm not a fan of musicals a whole lot. There are a couple that I do like, so I'm not like a complete idiot when it comes to musicals. But there was a lot of songs in Teen Titans Go to the Movies. So if going in, make sure you keep that in mind. There are a lot of songs in here. Some work. Some do not, unfortunately. So there are quite a few songs in there. I'm just like, I'm not feeling this one. But there was actually one fantastic song they do a fantastic job with. It's in the middle of the movie, and you probably know which one I'm talking about. Even if it annoys you, it's stereotyping 80s music and the whole 80s genre, even music videos. It's done perfectly well. Even if you get annoyed by the music, you can't get mad at that song because of how well it's written and how it sounds and what they're trying to do. And just, it's so good. Also, they bring out all the DC characters, all the DC superheroes that you've come to know and love. Batman, Superman, Flash, you name it, they're in here. And believe it or not, Superman is voiced by Nicolas Cage. Yeah. Nick Cage himself. As soon as he makes an appearance, which is within the first 10 minutes of the film, my mind was blown. I'm like, I know that voice. And then I sat there, I thought about it, I waited. was Nicolas Cage. And then I waited till the end credits and saw Nicolas Cage as Superman, which was a decent casting. He does a pretty good job. Superman doesn't have a whole lot of lines. Excuse me. Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of lines, so he doesn't say a whole lot, but when he does say things, it's great. I was surprised how the people that we've come to know and love, the voice actors who have played the Teen Titans since, I think the original one came out in 2003. So even those characters, Scott Menville as Robin, he's still Robin. Everyone you've come to know and love, Tara Strong as Raven, Greg Sipes as Beast Boy. I can't remember the other two, and it's escaped me for some reason, unfortunately. But the OG voice actors are still voicing the characters, and they do all a great job. It's just kind of weird to see the Teen Titans, as we've come to know them, to know and love, see them in a completely different situation. But I will say, like, even if you are a fan of Teen Titans, I would highly, highly recommend go out and watching this movie because of how well it is and how well done it is. There gets to be a point where I feel like I feel like, oh yeah, hey, it's about to end. Oh, okay, and then it doesn't end and it keeps going. So it that kind of happens a little bit. So keep that in mind. There are a ton of set pieces that are just very well done, very well written, and I can't say enough about how great and how much fun this movie is, even though I'm not a fan of Teen Titans Go. I'm not going to ruin this. You have to go see it for yourself. Or you can also YouTube it, but what's the fun in that? There is a great mid-credit scene in there that I think would, even if you don't like the movie, it's a shocker. Like, if you don't know what it is, don't look it up. Just see for it for yourself and then react to it. And just, it was so good. So yeah, there you go. If I were to rate this on the RDP scale, or if I were just to rate it, how's that? If I was just to rate it, as if we do on our show, as you've seen many, many, many times, I'm sure. If not, go check out our show, how we rate things. I would give Teen Titans Go to the Movies an 8.5 out of 10 myself, and that's because it's actually really well done. The only thing holding it back is some of the humor. I mean, there's a fart joke in literally the first 5 minutes. So if you're not, I mean, there's just that kind of humor spread literally throughout the entire movie. Some of it's really well done. Some of it's not. And there's a bunch of like pop culture references. So if that's your kind of humor, then it'll hit that mark for you as well. A lot of that is hit or miss. People who are a bit older, like me, I'm 28. There are a lot of older classic pop culture references as well that younger kids that you'll probably see in the theater probably won't get. It'll go right over their heads because they're not old enough. So there's stuff in there for people our age. If I'm, like I said, I'm 28. There's stuff in there for me even, which was surprising and shocking. The music, some of the jokes just fell flat for me, which kind of held it back. But that wouldn't stop me. Like, I'm still recommending this to people. Like, hey, go see Teen Titans Go to the Movies because it's actually a good movie. They go, they report back. Guess what? They say it's a good movie. So if you have any questions about it, or maybe you have thoughts about the movie itself, hit that like button, subscribe to our show, comment below, let us know what you think, because I'm sure you love Teen Titans just as much as we did back in the day, right? Let me know, because I have no idea. If you're not commenting, I don't know. And of course, check out our show, Real Dudes Podcast. Here on YouTube, we're going to doing some new things. So our most recent episode 45, actually is going to see a new layout and things. So it's going to be the layout from here on out. But don't let that stop you from checking out our show. We have plenty. Get out your phone. Listen to us on your drive to work, drive home, while you're shopping, cleaning, whatever. You can find us on Podbean, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and in your podcasting apps such as CastBox and Podcast Addicts. We are there. Go out, check the show right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment.